you ever thought about what would have happened if Tanjiro killed Giyu? What would happen if Tanjiro, who was frantically trying to protect his sister, actually killed Giyu with an axe he threw at him? Well, the entire plot would be turned upside down to say the least. However, we need to understand how improbable this is. We have to take into account that Giyu is an elite of the demon-slaying corps and would easily dodge any projectile thrown by an amateur with his closed eyes. But for the sake of argument, let's just say that he does end up dying. Now what? First and foremost, Tanjiro would be wetting himself, as this was his first time killing somebody. And after calming down, he learns that he's clueless as to what to do next, as Giyu, now dead, was not able to tell him to go to Yurukodaki's place. Of course, Tanjiro would also be ignorant to the fact that sunlight is now extremely dangerous to Nezuko, and that she will attack a human easily if she's exposed to blood. On that note, let's not pretend that Tanjiro would get away with it. Tanjiro would probably be killed soon after Giyu passes. Nezuko, who is still out of her mind and scared after just escaping manslaughter, would kill him and drink his blood immediately. Else if somehow, by God's miracle, he doesn't get killed by her, a member of the Hashira would surely hunt him down, seeking revenge for their fallen comrade after learning of the events. On the other hand, Nezuko would most probably be turned into ash after being exposed to sun, because Giyu didn't inform them, or either be hunted down and killed by the Hashira members who are looking for Tanjiro. Do you think these events would unfold, or will they somehow survive? Regardless of it, Tanjiro and Nezuko survive or not, they would have not met up with Inosuke and Zenitsu. So that duo would go to fight against the former lower rank 6 Hyogai alone and end up in a much worse situation. However, after realizing their potential, Zenitsu with his sleep attack thing and Inosuke with his dumb rage would work together and ultimately defeat him. They would try to stay together for a better chance of life, but without Tanjiro's presence, they would not be able to mingle proper due to the huge difference in personality. They will then half-heartedly continue to travel together. Eventually, they will be pitted against Spider Demon family. Even without Tanjiro present, Inosuke would manage on his own, killing the mother. As Zenitsu faces off against the son, he gets on the brink of death, just like in the original anime, and is saved by Shinobu. Meanwhile, Inosuke, who is already damaged from his fight with Mother, loses to his father and is killed as Giyu is no longer there to save him. However, Shinobu still manages to kill off the rest of the Spider Demon family on her own, including Rui. What are your opinions on this topic? Do you think Inosuke would survive? What about the outcome of Shinobu and Rui's fight? Whatever the case may be, Rengoku is tasked with dealing with Enmu, lower rank one. The events would follow the same plot as the anime, except the fact that Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu would not be aboard the train. Rengoku alone would not be able to fight off against Enmu, locate his real neck, and protect all the passengers at the same time. As a result, many, if not all, passengers would be left defenseless and would be slaughtered. Even grieved at his powerlessness, Rengoku would use his anger towards his battle with Enmu. Enmu would still die at the hands of the mighty Hashira as she's weaker than him. Nonetheless, Rengoku would not come out unscathed. He would also receive damage in his battle. After Enmu's death, Akaza would appear in front of him and invite him to the demon's world. However, just like in the main plot, Rengoku refuses and they start to clash. This time around, Rengoku is already exhausted and hurt, leading to his overwhelming loss. Akaza would try to capture him alive and then take him to Muzan so that she can be turned into a demon, but Rengoku would not allow this and would choose death over turning into the thing he wishes to eradicate. What do you think? Would Rengoku be captured and turned into a demon? Following Rengoku's death, Tengen would be looking into the demonic presence in Yoshiwara. After he stops receiving letters and news from his 3 wives, he would now not have Tanjiro and his group's support for a sneak operation. Rather, he would have to have a different approach and would have to change his plan. He would likely try to save his beloveds first and then fight against Daki, upper rank 6. The battle would be intense. However, Tengen, with the help of his wives, would have the upper hand against the wretched demon. But the tides would turn in a blink upon Gyutaro's Daki's elder brother's appearance. He alone would be able to completely turn the tides. Daki would easily kill off Suma, Makio, and Hinatsuru, Tengen's wives, with Tengen being present. Gyutaro, on the other hand, would have a rather difficult battle against his opponent. However, Daki would soon join up with her brother, and thus they would emerge victorious. Thus, 3 out of 12 Hashira would lose their wives, and the demon-slaying corpse would lose a lot of its power. Turns out Shinobu should have been nicer to Giyu and accompanied him to face Tanjiro and Nezuko. Then the story wouldn't spiral into this bad end. That's all for today, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you like our new content. Bye!